Guys, gals, and non-binary pals, it is Joshie here, and I am here to... Whoa, what are you? Excuse me. Sorry, I had a pop-up on the page I need to show you guys in a second. But anyway, I am here to show something that I think is greatly overlooked in raids, especially in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. So what I'm looking at is something to do with my little Toedscruel here. Unless he is shiny, I'm showing him off. He was one of my first, so shh, go away. I'm talking about the move Acid Spray. So I'm going to show you here just on... Cerebi is Acid Spray the move. Now, it's a move that does small damage. It's only got, base power of 40 here. Sorry, I nearly went to the PowerPoints, PP. So it's not super strong. Now, it is a poison type, so it cannot hit Steel Terror types, but you know the type you're going in against. But what it does do is it lowers the opponent's special defense by 2 stages. Now, the reason this is really important is it's the exact same as Fake Tears, except 1, you get a bit of damage, but 2, which is the biggest thing, is it actually hits through the shield that a Pokemon puts up, and I'm going to show it off in a minute. But before I get into showing it off, I want to point out that this is not only learnt by a good value of Pokemon with a range of stat spreads, it is also a technical machine, or TM, so you can teach it to a lot more Pokemon. Now, obviously Mew, when it comes through, you have your normal Quagsire, you have your Electros here, which obviously levitates, so no weaknesses. You have your Goomy, I should say Sliggoo and Goodra, not Goomy itself. You have Flapple, you have Armorage, or Armorogue, sorry, Bellybolt family, and more such as Toedscruel here, which are not poison types if you are wanting to have a range of Pokemon without it on it. The other thing with it being an attacking move, if you wanted to run a specially defensive Pokemon, you could actually run it with an Assault Vest. Now, before I do show this off, one thing I wanted to show is just what I'm doing with my Toedscruel here. Now, this set wasn't originally built for raids, but does turn out to be fairly helpful. Now, here on my Toedscruel, I have the Wise Glasses, just wants to boost my own attack. The reason I don't have Assault Vest here is because I'm running Spore on him, because his ability allows me to go slower, but I can get Spore through Pokemon, that might have, I don't know, Goldingo, for example, or other things like that. And then I have Acid Spray to lower the special defense while causing a bit of damage. I have Giga Drain, which, especially in a raid with a lowered special defense, I will do a lot of damage. And then Earth Power, because it's strong attack. Now, I have an Earth Terror type. I could go for a Grass Terror type, but I'm going to leave him as he is, because I do like using him as he is. Now, I'm going to show him off here. I'm going to show him off in a 6-star raid here. This is a normal Amoonguss raid. I am actually going to have some people join me that are helping out, so big thanks to those guys. I'm just going to send the code and then I will show it off in this raid. Alright, so we have a full team here and they're all special attackers. For the reason I asked is because I'm going to be lowering the special defense here. So I'm going to be showing it off. Now, Fake Tears would do the exact same thing at the start. Well, for the stat drop, you aren't going to get the small bit of attack off that, I'm going to get damage off with it, which can at times in raids be very vital. It comes down to a small amount of damage added on. And obviously there are many Pokemon who are weak as well. Weak to poison is what I meant. So we're going to start it. Got our Acid Spray going off, so I'll go first here. And because I've dropped his special defense, these attacks are going to be doing more damage. Now, we have people here as well boosting their own stats, and I said they're welcome to do so. But my Acid Spray now, as you can see, did a bit more. That was actually a critical hit. But thanks to these guys, we're doing more and more damage each turn. And after this one, I will be at full damage given. The problem here is I was going to not full damage given. I have done the most drops possible to his special defense. Okay, now he has put his shield up. I want to show you guys. Let's see what he does. Okay, he's not doing what I wanted, but a lot of the time I find Pokemon when they put their shield up actually will remove the drops. This guy hasn't removed the drops, so I don't have to do anything here. But what I could do if I wanted, if he removed his drops, I could start putting them back on him, because I have an attacking move that goes through. Unfortunately, without him doing the drops, it doesn't matter. So I'm just going to go for an attack here and start, you know, wailing on. These guys are going to join in. I did ask them to hold off once he put these shields up for that reason, because I was hoping he'd pause the drops. Come on, mister. Is he going to take the drops off? I want him to remove his stats, but he's not doing it. He stole some of our charge, but I want him to remove his drops. Now, if he does or has removed his drops here, here we go. Okay, now he's removed his negative. Now, I can show this off. Okay. Now, as you can see, he's removed all his negative drops. Now, what I can do with Acid Spray, unlike Fake Tears, I can continuously remove more special defense here because he has shown off, or not shown off. He has got the shield up, which you can't get the status move through, but I can get it through with an attacking move. And this is why I think this is greatly overlooked, because I see a lot of people drop stats, get a big hit off, but then they end up getting stopped against a shield. And as much as that shouldn't always be a problem, sometimes these Pokemon are fairly defensive, and what it does, it causes a team, especially when people are using Steel Beam or moves that do give you damage, or Pokemon that are quite more of a glass cannon, you do end up needing the drops off to make sure you're doing big hits. So as you can see here, we're back to the fact that he's got all of his drops gone. His special defense drops are at max, so it's as low as possible. I can do decent hits even with the shield up, that I'm getting decent recovery. And as you can see, we're traveling well. Now, we could all, you know, terrestrialize here and do big hits. They're not doing it because I did ask them to hold off. But we could have defeated this guy already. But you can see that we're still getting these big hits through the shield. And that is because even though he removed his drops, I was able to put them back onto him. And as you can see here, I'm sure we're about to kill him pretty fast. 2 more attacks from these guys. I'm just using this just to make sure I'm healed. And let's see. There you go. And those drops were able to be reinitiated through the shield. I want to point that out because I've had a lot of people even trying to use Fake Tears through it. Now, there are other attacks that do drop other stats. Attack, defense, you know, so on. They're good to keep, even if they're not as strong. Like, this one is a perfect one because TM for starters and a move that does the double drop. So in 1 hit, it halves his special defense, 2 hits, a third, and then 3 hits, it goes to a quarter special defense. I'm just going to catch him here in case he's worthwhile using for something. If not, I can transfer him. But that is the point of it. Now, if you guys did want me to show off a couple of different attacking moves that may be worthwhile, you can let me know and I might make another video or so. But I think this is the most vital one. Now, you'll see attacking Pokemon a lot, so a Screech is very good just to have an early game for your Iron Hands and your Azumarill. But I think something like this is quite worthwhile because, you know, as I said, you can reinitiate the drops, and if you're working with people you can talk to like I was, then you can make sure they're also bringing special attackers, and to solo raids as well. Now, I didn't solo this because if I'm stopping and talking, I'm using time that can be useful, and Amoonguss is a HP special defensive Pokemon, but also because it was just easier to make sure I had people who had special attackers here. So again, thank you guys who did join me. It was a big help, but in the end, I just want you guys to really think about using it. There are a lot of Pokemon. Stunky is a good one, or Stunky family, sorry, so Skuntank, because his only weakness, is a ground type move. But there are a lot you can work with, and you can have fun. Not everything has to be strictly, perfectly top-tiered raid Pokemon. You can make sets that are different, and as you saw here, with dropping special defense, then using a Giga Drain, I'm getting back a lot of HP there, so have a think of that. But anyway, if you guys did find this helpful or like it, or want to check out my other content, check out this channel. There's a lot of stuff. I've been mentally not in the best place. Some uploads have been all over the place, but I'm trying to get back onto it. But then also a comment, let me know anything you like. Again, thank you for the guys who helped me. And my Discord, Twitch, and Twitter is down below. But anyway, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, until my next video, I'll see ya.